how can the city how can the city improve the appearance of the downtown section? In reference to, there was a talk about the broken window effect.
Well, that's been fixed, but you know,
Working with-
until you have more income, and I mean, I know that they're working at cleaning up the city. Volunteers could also help. You know, you could end up getting volunteers a couple hours, like the trash mob that happens. You know, you spend an hour and you've cleaned up quite a bit. You know, if you have 40 or 50 people. You have a beach cleanup, you have that. Our downtown area is looking good. I was part of painting the doors that are going to go up that'll be around town. There is just a lot of ways that people can make a difference. If you have a neighbor that needs help, say they're older and they can't mow their lawn, or they have junk around because they're too old, then let's help them. You know, I have a neighbor that he has a heart problem. Well, the other neighbor mows his lawn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of becoming very friendly with your neighbors. We had a organization called SLIC, Soap Lake Improvement Crew. I was on that for years. Now it's kind of come back, but yet it's not as much as it should be. There are things that volunteers can help with. It's just a matter of, you know, our main census of people is like their years are 48.8 years old. They've got families and that, but there's just a couple of hours a month would help. I'd like to see that go in, to have a more of a coordinator for volunteers. You've got a specialty, we've got this problem.
Sounds like a lot of good ideas going. How can the city improve the city streets? You mentioned the crushed concrete. Is it a matter of finance or just a matter of?
Well, everything's a matter of finance. I mean, gravel costs money. I understand that the crushed concrete is, you know, is cheaper than gravel, and would, you know, you just have to set your, we even have granite in this area. I mean, the rocks that fall off the cliffs, that's granite. You could even crush that. I mean, there's a lot of different ways by thinking outside the box that you can improve the streets. Now, the east side of town is kind of like always been the little orphan. I don't live on the east side, but I live a block away from it, so I know what they're going through, you know? But I think that, you know, with looking at alternatives, trying, everybody combining and joining and getting ideas, even if they're far-fetched, in, who knows what might happen.
Okay. You'd mentioned support for the lava lamp. Just how dear is it to you to see that finished, and when would you like to see it done?
Okay, it took Leavenworth from the concept of having their idea to actually having tourists come to their town 15 years to get the Bavarian look and all of that. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but I'd like to see it happen within the next 5 years. And I know that it's being worked on privately. I don't think, quote, city money should go for building this thing. Maybe helping in certain ways, but not making it easy for them to build it, you know, not putting up any roadblocks.
Okay. How do you see the city council working with community outreach? Do you think there's ways to improve it, or is it pretty good right now?
In which way, a community outreach? I'm not like...
Being open with communications about projects and work and intention and feedback. Just interacting with the public in general.
Oh, okay. I think we could do a better job myself. You tend to, the only time you have problems in a city is when it's not explained well enough. You know, people, it's like with our government. You don't trust the government because they don't explain. Well, you can't know everything, but they could do, you know, it could be a better if you have a question, be able to go up to the city council person in a professional way, not chewing on them, but in a professional way, ask them what's up. And they should be able to tell you what is up. And they should be able to listen, and maybe you'll convince them, maybe they won't agree with you, but you should be able to come to some sort of a solution.
All right. We're getting down to the last question I have for you. You were quicker than I thought. It's a question I ask everybody running for office.
Okay.
Some people think it's a little mean, but I think it's appropriate. And the question is, why should people vote for you?
Well, I'm honest. I love my city, have since the moment I saw it. And that was in 1984, didn't get here till 94. So I think that I'm not a yes person. I am an individual who thinks for themselves, but I love this city and I'll do the best I can for it.
All right. Thank you, Judith. I really appreciate the time and getting a chance to talk to you.
Thank you.
iFiber One News will have more episodes like this on other elections in Grant County. Please be sure to watch them before you vote. For iFiber One News, I'm Bill Stevenson.